What if I told you that some of the best games ever made weren't built by studios with hundreds of developers, but by just one person? No team, no budget, just passion, skill, and a ridiculous amount of coffee. These games don't just exist, they've gone viral, changed the industry, and in some cases, outsold major AAA titles. Today, we're counting down 10 incredible games that were made completely solo. And trust me, some of these will blow your mind. Bright Memory looks like a trailer for a next-gen AAA shooter, but it's not. This visually stunning game was created by Zheng Xiancheng, a Chinese developer who built the entire thing himself in Unreal Engine. We're talking first-person gunplay, melee combos, time-slowing abilities, particle effects, the works. He even handled marketing and publishing. While the game is short, it served as a demo of what one person can do with the right tools and sheer drive. The success of Bright Memory led to a sequel backed by a team, but this original solo version is still a jaw-dropping achievement. Stardew Valley started as one person's way of fixing what they didn't like about Harvest Moon, and ended up becoming one of the most beloved indie games ever. Eric Concerned Ape Barone spent over 4 years building it completely solo, coding, designing, animating, composing music, all of it. What he created is more than just a farming sim. It's a cozy, open-ended world filled with friendship, secrets, and satisfying routines. You can fish, mine, raise animals, fall in love, and even fight monsters, all at your own pace. Millions of players have found peace in Stardew, and it all began with one developer and a whole lot of Undertale is strange, funny, and deeply heartfelt, and it was almost entirely created by Toby Fox. From the unforgettable music to the quirky characters and moral choice systems, Fox poured his unique voice into every pixel. The game flips RPG expectations, letting you spare enemies instead of fighting, and then remembers your decisions in ways that can be hilarious or devastating. It became a cult hit that broke into the mainstream and proved that personality and vision can outshine flashy graphics or giant budgets. Braid redefined what indie games could be. It takes the core of a simple platformer and wraps it in mind-bending time mechanics, philosophical storytelling, and a haunting atmosphere. Jonathan Blow developed it almost entirely on his own, pouring years of thought into every mechanic and detail. What seemed like just a puzzle game turned out to be something much deeper. A game that challenges not only your reflexes, but how you think about consequence and control. It paved the way for the indie explosion that followed, and it still holds up today. In Papers, Please, you're not a hero or a soldier. You're a border agent, stuck in a tiny booth checking documents in a fictional dictatorship. And somehow it's one of the most tense, emotional games you'll ever play. Lucas Pope created everything. The art, code, storylines, UI, and even the deliberately clunky interface. What starts as simple document inspection quickly becomes a complex moral dilemma, where every stamp carries weight. It's bleak, brilliant, and totally unique. Proof that even mundane tasks can become powerful gameplay in the right hands. Axiom Verge is a love letter to classic Metroid, created by solo developer Thomas Happ. But this isn't just a retro homage. It stands on its own, thanks to glitch mechanics, eerie environments, and a haunting electronic soundtrack. Happ handled every part of the game himself: programming, art, design, and music. It's tight, challenging, and rich with atmosphere. For fans of old-school exploration platformers, this is one of the best modern entries, made even more impressive, knowing it all came from a single vision. The first tree is a short, emotional exploration game developed entirely by David Wells. You play as a fox searching for its missing family, but beneath the surface, it's a deeply personal story about life, loss, and reconnection. David made everything: the visuals, narration, story, and level design, while balancing a full-time job and family life. With its ambient music and peaceful pacing, the game delivers a surprisingly powerful message in just a couple of hours. It's a reminder that you don't need a big team to tell a meaningful story, just heart and vision. Banished throws you into the wilderness and challenges you to build a thriving town from the ground up. It's a complex survival city builder where population management, resources, and the harsh environment all come into play. And it was all developed by one person, Luke Hodorowicz. He created everything from the engine to the simulation systems, and even the interface. The result is a thoughtful, punishing, and satisfying strategy game that rewards planning and resilience. It's a standout in the genre, especially knowing it came from a solo developer. Lone Survivor is a psychological horror game with pixel art visuals. But don't let the simple graphics fool you. This game is dripping with atmosphere, dread, and surreal tension. Created entirely by Jesper Byrne, it blends survival mechanics, exploration, and deeply unsettling storytelling. Food, sleep, mental health, they all matter. The world constantly makes you question what's real and what's in your head. Inspired by classics like Silent Hill, Lone Survivor captures that same eerie vibe, but with its own identity. It's proof that you don't need flashy graphics to mess with people's minds, just one developer who really understands fear. Axiom Verge is a love letter to classic Metroid, created by solo developer Thomas Happ. But this isn't just a retro homage. It stands on its own, thanks to glitch mechanics, eerie environments, and a haunting electronic soundtrack. Happ handled every part of the game himself: programming, art, design, and music. It's tight, challenging, and rich with atmosphere. For fans of old-school exploration platformers, this is one of the best modern entries, made even more impressive, knowing it all came from a single vision. Whether it's a farming sim, a horror survival, or a fast-paced shooter, these games prove one thing: you don't need a big team to make something unforgettable. With enough passion, vision, and time, even one person can create a world that millions want to explore. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It really helps out. And if you want more deep dives into the most amazing games and hidden gems out there, don't forget to subscribe. Got a favorite solo developed game we missed? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what blew your mind.